The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. Plato. Before you can conquer anything external, you must conquer the chaos within. Master your impulses, fears, and weaknesses. Only then can you effectively act in the world. Here are some ways to apply this. Can't control your temper? You'll lose every negotiation. Can't control your appetites? You'll never build wealth. Can't control your focus? You'll never finish anything important. Ego is the enemy of what you want and of what you have. Ryan Holiday. Ego prevents learning when you're aspiring, prevents gratitude when you've succeeded, prevents recovery when you've failed. At every stage, ego sabotages you. Here are some ways to apply this. Too proud to ask for help, you stay stuck. Too confident in success, you stop improving. Too defensive in failure, you don't learn. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Epictetus. Ego convinces you that you already know. That conviction closes you to learning. The expert who thinks they know everything stops growing. Stay a student or stop progressing. Here are some ways to apply this. The know-it-all gets taught by failure. I already know that prevents I could learn more. Expertise becomes prison when it stops being curious. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. C.S. Lewis. Humility isn't self-hatred, it's self-forgetfulness. Stop obsessing about how you're perceived. Focus outward on the work, the mission, the others. That's real humility. Here are some ways to apply this. Less time worrying about how you look, more time doing the work. Less self-consciousness, more consciousness of impact. Humble people aren't insecure. They're just focused elsewhere. Pride must be dug up out of the heart, as a weed out of a garden, or it will spoil everything. Seneca. Pride is a root that corrupts everything growing near it. Your relationships, your work, your judgment, all spoiled by unchecked pride. Regular weeding is required. Here are some ways to apply this. Pride makes you defensive when you should listen. Pride makes you posture when you should work. Pride makes enemies when you could have allies. What you think of yourself is not nearly as important as what kind of person you actually are. Marcus Aurelius. Self-image is a story you tell yourself. Character is what you actually do. These often don't match. Focus on building real virtue, not just feeling virtuous. Here are some ways to apply this. Thinking you're brave doesn't make you brave. Believing you're honest doesn't make you honest. Self-image is PR. Character is reality. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Friedrich Nietzsche. Ego focuses on comfort and status. Purpose focuses on contribution and meaning. When you have real purpose, ego becomes irrelevant. The mission matters more than how you feel. Here are some ways to apply this. The parent endures for their children. The founder endures for their vision. The artist endures for their craft. Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. Epictetus. Ego catastrophizes. It makes everything about you and your survival. Real problems are usually manageable. Ego-inflated problems feel existential. Separate the two. Here are some ways to apply this. The criticism felt devastating. The reality was minor feedback. The failure felt like death. The reality was a learning opportunity. Ego turns inconvenience into catastrophe.